But here we go. And we have the GLHF call from both players, and JonnyREcco is actually going to spawn at the 12 o'clock position as the pink Zerg player. He is representing Team Infused in this show match series against WhiteRA, who is spawning over here as the red Protoss player over at the 9 o'clock position. Now, these positions are a little bit interesting because look at the kind of the dead space in the top left hand corner. There's so much dead space out here, and a player like WhiteRA loves his War Prism play. So War Prisms on this map in these positions for WhiteRA is a definite possibility.
Yeah, very, very true. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how this goes. It's close by air, so I mean, also for the fact that, you know, that makes it possible to get very, very fast into your opponent's base if you go for some type of War Prism. So yeah, we'll see if there is a War Prism or not. I would definitely like to see that WhiteRA is an expert at that unit.
Yeah, I mean, he's been playing really well with his War Prisms as of late. In this show match, though, I think only the last game on Antigua did he actually really use them well. I felt on Daybreak, the idea was good. Although he won the... Sorry about that, knocked my mic. Even though he won the game, he didn't kind of utilize them as well as he should have done. And he kind of lost a whole bunch of units kind of willy-nilly and without actually doing any damage at all. But the thought process behind it was good enough, you know, to kind of drag the army of Johnny all over the place while taking the third base, then subsequently taking the fourth base, and then having that just, you know, that crucial army at the end, you know, with all the Archons, you know, the Mothership, the Colossus. So that's kind of how he used them War Prisms, was just to kind of drag Johnny out of position to get his economy going, and then later on to get into a good position to attack. But on this map, I'm not overly too sure. We do see Forge first, he'd then be going into Nexus, just very much standard, and he doesn't want to change it so much, so we'll see.
And yeah, WhiteRA actually chooses to go for a pylon straight away. He knows Rico is so good at, you know, throwing down the hatchery if you misclick a little bit, so goes for the pylon straight away. But JonnyREcco is going for his third, you know, base directly instead. Puts down his first Nexus over there, and yeah, that's no real loss for him. He wanted to get that third base up early anyway, so no big deal. WhiteRA though, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna go for some type of you know, Stargate play, or is he gonna go for that fast robotics bay that facility that he's gone for before? Once again though, JonnyREcco being so active on the map with his Zerglings, you know, scouting out everywhere, trying to get this probe. Actually, this time WhiteRA might be a little bit lucky here. He gets away with a probe, and that he has not been able to do that before. So this game might be the game that WhiteRA actually be able to build a pylon on the side of JonnyREcco's.
Yeah, now that's what I was saying as well. On this map, it's so dangerous. Oh, and look at these scout patterns of these Zerglings. He's going to check everywhere, and he will find this probe with these lings. He is so relentless, Johnny. He wants, like, he just wants to know everything about this map right now. He will definitely find this probe sat in the corner. Let's just watch it in Johnny Cam, and there he goes.
Yeah, that's really seriously a good play. I mean, this is a big map, and he is able to find that little unit on that side of the map. That's like finding a needle in a haystack almost. It's so good and so observant of Johnny as well. And the WhiteRA, man, he's gonna get annoyed at that. He has tried to get that pylon up all these games, but not succeeded even once. And good play by Johnny. And see in the base of WhiteRA, this time he goes for the Stargate. And what do you think about the Stargate?
Well, how many gases has he got right now? He's only got 2 gases, so it doesn't look like he's going to do any kind of crazy carrier build like we saw in game 1. So it looks like it may just be, you know, Phoenix Harass, which, like we said, with a kind of close air distance, does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So we'll have to see. It could be Void Rays as well. Let's have a quick look. It is actually going to be Void Rays.
Oh. I mean, alright, WhiteRA really seems to like the Void Rays, but it's when you talk to good Protoss players these days, they say like, yeah, the Void Rays, they're good, but the Phoenix are able to do so much more damage if you use them correctly. So I'm surprised WhiteRA continues to go for the more WhiteRA heavy play.
Well, he's only making one right now. He could crank out a couple of Phoenixes, and indeed he does actually queue up a Phoenix straight after it. And this WhiteRA will make his way out on the map. But we'll just check the Zalanga Towers at first, just to make sure that there's nothing there, and to make sure that he is actually clear to advance and do a little bit of damage. Now, let's have a quick look at what Johnny actually has. He has a queen at each base right now, so there's a little bit of anti-air available for him. Does Johnny see this WhiteRA? Well, he definitely does now, as it's attacking the Zerglings. So he knows about it. How is he going to react? He does have an evolution chamber on the way, so that will be ready for making spore crawlers. A few Phoenixes are on the way as well. One has just joined up with the WhiteRA. How quick are them Phoenixes, by the way? They are so quick. And he will pick up his queen.
Yeah, and should also keep a little eye on the probe that WhiteRA actually been able to sneak up into the base of, or into the area where, you know, the third base is, so he might be able to do some warp-ins later on. But yeah, this queen is going down, and now there is just a matter of time until these spore crawlers are up, but until then, the air units from WhiteRA is gonna, you know, cause some big trouble for JonnyREcco. Here we go, the queens are up, the two spore crawlers are up, and WhiteRA just continues to do good damage right now with all his air units, and yeah, Johnny is losing quite a lot of roaches actually, and queens as well. But yeah, I mean, in the meantime, WhiteRA continues actually to produce air units, and making it hard for Johnny to actually mine or anything like that. But I think it's finally time. Yeah, there we go. The WhiteRA goes down. I believe that Johnny feels pretty satisfied with that, because finally he doesn't have to worry about that anymore. And it seems like WhiteRA has had enough. He moves back to his old base.
Yeah, and behind this we see he has got the robotics facility up. It is making an immortal right now. He still has all these Phoenixes, so they're going to play a crucial part. Now he is going to go into Colossus tech. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. Maybe he felt like getting out them Phoenixes would force his opponent to go into kind of Hydra play. But we saw in, I think it was on Belcher Beach, that Johnny does not go for them Hydras when he sees the Phoenixes. So he's not going to be fooled into that. But still, Colossus by themselves are a very formidable unit which do damage regardless of who they're fighting against. WhiteRA looks like he wants to gear up and take a third as well. This is a little interesting as well. And actually this game looks a lot similar to the game on Cloud Kingdom. We have a Spire on the way for Johnny. Does he scout the robotics? He doesn't know the robotics is there. Okay.
Oh.
He has no idea about that.
And look at the third base of JonnyREcco right now. He has the pylon there, WhiteRA that is, so he's going to be able to warp in some units. But JonnyREcco has a queen and a couple of roaches there, and he's losing quite a lot of Zerglings, but he can afford to lose those Zerglings as long as he doesn't lose those drones. And yeah, WhiteRA continues to harass JonnyREcco here with the Phoenixes, and JonnyREcco is going to go kill their pylon, but in the meantime, of course, we see WhiteRA. He is planning on getting his third base up, and yeah, as appropriate, Rico is putting up his fourth.
Yeah, and I think it's a good idea. He needs to get that fourth down. He knows his opponent is only now just going for the third because it took out that Overlord that was out there. So he knows the timings of WhiteRA, and he knows exactly how much money he'll have and what kind of tech he'll be going on to. But he still doesn't see the Colossus tech now. He has 8 Corruptors on the way, and I'm pretty sure he hasn't seen it at all. Actually, he saw the Robotics Bay building, so that was probably just the giveaway for the Spire. And now he is making the whole Corruptors and such, so looks like, I mean, Johnny is preparing for this the right way. He's getting his Infestation Pit up. He has got his 4th on the way, it's just completed now as well. So,
Yeah, but I mean, not only is WhiteRA, you know, doing a lot of damage with these Phoenixes, he's also scouting out really, really well here. He has a lot of good intel right now. He knows exactly what JonnyREcco is doing thanks to his, you know, very, very active play with the Phoenixes. So that's a nice thing to do. I mean, also just, you know, adds even more strength to the Phoenix play. The fact that you can just keep track of your Zerg opponent. And yeah, lots of Colossus being produced right now. And yeah, Blink is also coming his way. So WhiteRA, he's looking strong as always right now. And Rico, do you think Rico might be thinking about getting even a fifth base up? He has done it before.
Um, Possibly so.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, and there goes down the fifth. Yeah, it does kind of make sense because he needs the economy up and needs the supply and needs the production capabilities of being able to kind of counter out this very strong 3-base timing that WhiteRA will try and hit. And these Corruptors are doing quite a decent job against these Phoenixes, but these Phoenixes are just so goddamn quick. They will get away, and you know they're going to continue on this map. And just look how active WhiteRA has been with these all game long. They haven't sat still for longer than 4 seconds or so, and he is macroing up perfectly behind this, making a very formidable army. A quick look at the income tab shows that he's only on 64 harvesters though, and that's going to be. I think WhiteRA is probably going to, stick at that number for a good time. I don't think he's going to make many more. And what we were talking about before, Warp Prism into the main. A whole bunch of Zealots do get warped in. And he is targeting the Queen, but Johnny will be on top of this. And then Corruptors will take out that Warp Prism as well.
Yeah. And WhiteRA, though, he's taking his fourth base as well. And he's looking strong. I mean, macro games are, he's a StarCraft 1 player, so he has played them quite a lot before. He is probably very comfortable when it comes to the late game stages of the match. But JonnyREcco, I mean, look at his income right now. I mean, he has 3,000 in the bank. He can afford to lose his army and remax and, still be in a good shape. So we'll see how this goes. A lot of energy on the Infestors right now, so he is going to be able to do quite a lot of fungus. But here we go, nice. The Phoenixes are lifting up the Infestors. Nice fungus stuff from the Infestors. And there's so many Corruptors out right now for Johnny, and the Sentries is doing a good job as well for WhiteRA. Yeah, so interesting position right now. He was able to snipe all but one of the Colossus, and WhiteRA, though, with a good amount of Stalkers, it's making it hard for Johnny to actually kill all of them. The Colossus, that is.
Yeah, that was a great engagement for WhiteRA there. He managed to take out a whole bunch of Infestors. He did lose a couple of Colossus, but he will be able to remake them. I mean, he is going on to full base right now, taking the gases there, the 7th and 8th gas. So he's going to be, he's not going to be, I mean, it's not going to be too much of a big deal losing a couple of Colossus here and there, especially if he takes out the amount of Infestors he does. And there's another huge blink as well that does take out a couple more Infestors. But this engagement, I'm not too sure. These Colossus, where are these Colossus? Colossus have all gone down. And WhiteRA has forced Johnny to retreat a little bit, because he has got a very scary army of Stalkers and Immortals. Now, he's not going to be remaking them Colossus. He's forced a whole bunch of Corruptors, which will be technically quite useless for the meantime.
Yeah, and the WhiteRA continues to do great blinks here and snipes the Infestors. Oh, there comes the force field as well. Good infestation, though, from the roof, that is, sorry. And wow, WhiteRA, he finds himself surrounded by Surveys on one side.
I think it's going to be fine, though.
But WhiteRA, he seems like he has enough to at least take down this hatchery. There's no more Infestors out, and JonnyREcco, he's going to have to deal with another wave of reinforcement from WhiteRA. There's no way he's going to be able to defend this expansion and the one above. And yeah, wow, WhiteRA, he is looking so strong right now. GG! GG! And WhiteRA,
oh my God,
he has turned this around and won the show match against JonnyREcco.